screams potential, okay? Then if that's the case, it's everything I've ever wanted in a device. Because the iPod is just about everything I ever wanted in a portable media device. It's just not big enough. Why do I need a camera on my iPad when I carry my iPhone everywhere I go? I don't want to pull out this big pad and use it as a camera to hold it up to talk to people. How awkward would that fucking be? Maybe I see cameras in future versions, but I don't see it as a deal breaker right now. I really don't. I really don't. Everybody don't video chat. This is a consumer device. This is a consumer device, and it's dabbling in the business world with iWork to see how it goes, see how it works. You can put on your little presentations on your iPad, you know, instead of having to make a big presentation or something. You can hook in your display and have it display on a projector. But if it was just a big iPod Touch, what's the problem with that? Oh, no multitasking. What the fuck do you want to multitask for? I guarantee you all the multitasking that you need will be built in. You want to listen to music while you read a book? I bet you'll be able to do that if you're using iTunes. I bet you'll be able to listen to music while you do just about anything. I bet they might even incorporate it into listening to music while you play games. They got that on the iPod now. I mean, and the iPhone now. I don't see the point of multitasking. Okay, I want to surf the web and do what else? On this little bitty 9-inch screen, you want to surf the web and do what? Have another app running in the background so you can kill your little 1 gigahertz processor in 10 hours worth of battery life? Seriously. I can understand some people saying, well, I want to multitask. Like, I want to have my contacts open. I want to have my web browser open. But this is not a 20-inch screen, people. Okay? Having 3 or 4 applications open, switching back and forth between the applications and this and that, I think multitasking is way overhyped on a multimedia device like this. Don't need it. Don't want it. I'm happy with the way it works. I've never had a problem with my iPhone not multitasking. Ever. Ever. Never has it hindered me, held me back, or stopped me from doing anything I wanted to do. Ever. People want to talk about no flash. And you know what? I've been saying it for years. Fuck flash. Why do you all want Adobe to hold a monopoly over the internet for? Why do you want this? Why do you want Adobe to have a monopoly on all the Flash games, all Flash websites, Hulu, YouTube? You seriously want all these websites dependent on Adobe? Adobe's just got sour fucking grapes because 2 of the biggest portable media devices in the world ain't using Flash, and I think they're just sore about it. And I say, fuck you. It's what you get for dragging your ass about making your Mac app 64-bit. You're going to complain that Apple's devices ain't using Flash when you're so fucking snubby to say we'll get 64-bit for the Mac when we get it. If you're lucky, we'll have 64-bit Mac Adobe Suite for CS5. You know, people say, well, look at when the keynote he demoed, it didn't have a Flash plug-in. You know what? That might have been a big fucking ad. Since it is just a portable iPhone, since you're saying it's just a bigger iPhone, then the experience should be no different, right? I think netbooks are so year 2000. I think they're history. I think there's an argument for a netbook, and they're always going to be around, but I'm not going to buy a netbook when I can get an iPad. I'm just not going to buy a little bitty computer. You're talking about, well, the iPad is just a big iPhone. Well, you know what then? If that's the case, let's put the shoe on the other foot. A netbook is just a small laptop. Why you want that for? You go from a laptop to a netbook, you are going backwards. You're sacrificing, okay? But if you're an iPod Touch or an iPhone user and you buy an iPad, you're moving forward. You're getting a bigger screen, a more powerful chip. You're stepping up, not stepping back. So don't give me this bullshit that I'd rather have a netbook. You go ahead and keep your netbook. Okay, honey? You go ahead and keep your netbook. It even hogs the resources on my i7 computer. People say, oh, can't the little bitty iPad handle Flash? Shit, half the computer, just desktops can't handle Flash.